I've come too far to stop, and I've still got a long way left to go. So I'm not going to let anything get in my way. Expedition Bryant here, and today is day 49 of my journey, and I'm going on my third hike. Pretty exciting. It is a lovely evening. About a 2-mile hike again, so 2.2 miles, and we'll see how it goes. It is beautiful. Kind of starting out with a little bit of a downhill section first. And there are a lot of trails in this area. So I've been pulling out my phone and checking all trails constantly to make sure I'm on the right path. Don't want to get lost. But so far I've been liking this quite a bit. We've got some really beautiful shots of the mountains. So far so good. So here we are today on a moderate hike again. I don't know if I'm just a glutton for punishment or if completing that other moderate hike just told me, hey, take it slow and you'll be able to make it through. So I'm trying to find my rhythm with how often to go on hikes. My original goal was 2 to 3 times a week. And it looks like I might be able to comfortably settle in to about 2 hikes a week, which is exciting. But I'll tell you what, one of the things that has stopped my progress in the past is an inability to be flexible. What I'm trying to say, I guess, is I'm going to be flexible. If I miss a Monday, I'll find a different time to do it. If I miss a Friday, I'll find a different time to do it. Because I've come too far to stop, and I've still got a long way left to go. So I'm not going to let anything get in my way. I'll say, these are different views than what I got on my last hike, but these views are just as incredible. It's interesting because not long ago I would have completely avoided this kind of exertion, but now there's that little bit of satisfaction that you get while you're pushing yourself. Feels good to just know what I can accomplish. I'm not trying to push the same rhetoric over and over again in my videos, but if I've learned anything over the last month and a half, it's that a positive attitude goes an awful long way. Almost can't believe this is my life right now. There's just something peaceful about being able to come out here in nature and to slow down and just listen. Exciting news, I've made it halfway on the trail. Unfortunately, the halfway mark is also the lowest part of the trail. So now I get to start hiking up for the rest of the hike. So this is probably when it becomes moderate, and this is when I'm really going to put myself to the test. Yep. Here it is. Here I am. I just made it up a section of the trail coming up this hill. And I was greeted by, that's some nice wind. Right when I came up over the top of that hill, I was greeted by this beautiful view, right? I just look a little bit more and I see this uphill section that I still have to push myself through. I don't know, needless to say, I ended up on the ground. Just take a minute before I tackle the rest of this ascent. I think maybe I chose the wrong way because The trail down was a lot more gradual on its slope coming down. This is a lot steeper and feels like it's happening all at once. Whew. From what I can tell, I've made it through the thick of it. There's not that much more uphill for the rest of the hike. Now I just get to enjoy the rest of my hike. It's worth it. In the moment, I'm like, gosh, this sucks. But when I make it to the top, I'm like, okay, yeah, totally worth it. I'm nearly done. I'm just making my way back to the trailhead. And I've got this fun little sandy path right through the trees. Just kind of a fun little way to end the hike. Not a bad hike. Had some really pretty views. Honestly, just took it nice and slow, and I was able to make it through that, no problem. It was a lot of fun. That is day 49, done. I went 2.4 miles. The hike took me about an hour and 20 minutes, which is not too bad. I stopped, sat down for a little bit from time to time, had to take some breaks on my uphill portion, but overall, really happy with that. Kind of a bit of a different hike than what I expected. I thought I was going to be more in the mountains, but instead I'm close to the mountains in kind of this park area where there's a lot of different hiking trails and things. Don't get me wrong, it was a lot of fun, and it's really cool to know that places like this exist. It's another one in the books for the expedition. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.